Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You join me as I'm just attempting to maneuver my way in. There we go. I did about, I don't know, 10 minutes, 5 minutes maybe. What are you doing? About 5 minutes of driving, I think. Just to try and get this video length to be about right. I also slept, like I said I would, and I refueled. And I am today using my tablet with Sim Dashboard. Unfortunately, not all of the buttons actually work because some of them are mapped. Like if I press the headlights button on here, it will actually load up the radio. That's not what I wanted. So I am using it mainly for checking, but I am going to get everything mapped at a later date, possibly after this episode, possibly not. Right, come on in, pull in. Thank you. So yeah, we have got 400 kilometers to go. Of course, it's night again. About 7 hours of driving time, and we've not got much buffer between our arrival and our next rest. But I think we are probably going to be okay. Now, we are sticking in this lane, yes. Oh, I have enjoyed the little trundle that I've done so far. My lights are on, but it's that time of day where you can't really tell that they're on properly. I can see the lights of the other drivers, but not really my own. And if I went into this view here, can't see them either. But I could. Wait. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I almost crashed into this guy, so... I will let some of these cars in if they can hurry up. Come on. There's ample space for you to get in, and you're much quicker at accelerating than I am. So now, let's get trotting on. Why is everybody slowed down so much? I know it's merging, but I'm not sure you needed to slow down like that, guys. If the truck can maneuver in and accelerate fast enough, then you are all doing something wrong. I'm going to be going for a little drive tomorrow as well, actually. Well, when this video goes out, actually. It won't be tomorrow. It will be yesterday when the video goes out. But yes, taking a little drive along the coast, going away for the weekend. Just a little 3-day break. Should be nice. Which reminds me that I've got a job to do regarding that. So I will do that. But yeah. We've got 20 minutes of driving time left. We're just going to crack on. Now I was going to record this straight away after the other one, but I did not get time, and then I haven't had time since. So I'm luckily got a little bit of time today. Not much, but enough time to record, and then the editing and stuff I can do that between meetings. That's not a big deal. So I have seen a comment from Howie suggesting that we use some of the money to pay off the loans, and some of it just to reduce the interest, and some of it, I'm really speeding here, some of it to hold on to for upgrades. I think that's a good way to go, especially because this job is going to pay us just shy of 30,000, and that means, sorry Mr. Carr, that means we will have over 100,000, about 120,000 euros, so we can put that towards paying off most of our loans. There's someone just on the side of me, got to wait for them to pass. Yep. And then keep some for upgrades later on. It would be nice if we earned interest on the money in our bank. Conversely, we could also have negative interest when we go in the minus, when we're in the overdraft. But unfortunately, that's not in the game. And I don't know if there is a mod that actually does that. I've never looked for it. But yeah, I think that's a good idea. I've got 120k and yeah, a lot of loans, but 120 is actually more than we have in loans, so we could pay them all off. Yeah, so I think we might end up just paying them all. And I do apologise because I slept purposely, because it was still 4 in the morning or something. I slept so that it would be daytime when we drove, but then I had to do like the 5 minutes of driving off camera, and that took us to being dark again. It's always dark, but we will be sleeping. When we get to Copenhagen, we will sleep, which means we'll wake up in the morning. So at least next episode we will definitely be driving in the morning. We may start at dusk, a little bit before, but we will predominantly be driving in the morning, which is good. Finally some daylight driving. So Hamburg is off to the side, Rostock is straight on. We are heading to Rostock. If I remember correctly, we've actually got a ferry trip on this one, but I don't quite remember. Not 100% certain. I've just noticed that I have done 12,000 kilometres on this truck. It should say it somewhere on the dashboard here. There we go, 12,125. That's a lot. We've done about 9,000 since I last accidentally reset it. We are going straight on, I believe. Yes. So we've done a fair number of miles in this, or kilometres even, and a fair number of kilometres in this truck so far. And it's still keeping us going. Of course, the wear and tear came in after we'd already been driving for a while. If we'd driven for the whole 12,000, we'd be very, very close to needing... Come on, get in. Be very close to needing a full service. But we're not yet, so that's okay. So, 240 kilometers. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this mode, bring up my mirrors, and just because there's a lot of talking, and I've had a really busy day of talking, so I think we're going to do it like this, just trundle along for a bit, and when we're a bit closer, I'll jump back into real time. This is the second of these security check type things we've been to. They must be new at all the ports, because I've never seen them before, and then all of a sudden we get them this time. It's very tight driving through there. Not too keen on it. But we are at the port. We've got 186 kilometres to go, however, we know that we've got a ferry trip coming up now. So we are heading this way, up towards that flashing boat. I say flashing, it's not, there's no flashing going on, but there is a lot of light. And no, we're not heading towards that one actually. We're going around here. And I honestly have no clue where we're actually going. Okay, so there's a ferry here, that's what we're aiming for. This is our guy. So, probably shouldn't be driving that fast going on here, but there we go. So, parking brake on, engine off, and we want to go to Gedser, I think? Or Trelleborg? I don't know. I think Gedser. Let me get rid of those to start with. We go to the world map, and we should be heading to, yes, we should be heading to Gedser. We could go to Trelleborg, but it doesn't look like it's going to save us much time. So, Gedser it is. There we go, 404 euros. Lovely. Just what I always wanted. More money to be spent. Okay. So it's now 9 o'clock at night. Get that parking brake off. And let's get off this boat. So 119 kilometers, that is 6 minutes. Let's get out of here. Unfortunately, we already discovered Gedser before, so we're not going to be able to discover something accidentally. But we can get a shift on, get this job done as quickly as possible. Hopefully it's not small roads the whole way, because if it is, well, it says 6 minutes. 6 minutes real time is what I'm getting from Truckee. So far, I've had no fines this episode, so I'm trying to keep it that way. Last time I got a fine just for slightly overrunning the red light, which was really unfair, I think. He's stopping. He's stopping? Yes, so it should be us. Come on, lights. There we go. Let's go. And we don't need fuel, and resting, still got 6 hours, because we did have a little rest on the ferry there, so we've been reset slightly. But I think I'll still rest when we arrive anyway, because that way we will wake up in daylight, which is better. I'd rather that. And I think we will hit a motorway soon. So I'm not going to bother with speed control? Cruise control. That's the one. I'm not going to bother with that just yet, because I think we're going to hit the motorway up ahead. Nice well-lit road as well. I don't even need these. It's interesting, when I put them on, it toggles the icon on the button box. On the sim dashboard button box, but it doesn't toggle the button because the button is linked to a different keybind. It's a bit weird. So, Copenhagen. This direction here, let's slow ourselves down. We want to be going nice and wide in those turns so we don't clip the trailer. Cause damage to our trailer far too often making those turns. We're now less than 100 kilometers to go. We'll trundle down, we don't need to go up to full speed. And I can slip in front of that truck. Perfect. This is 22, isn't it? Yeah, 22 ton load. So a nice bridge. Although we've been across this bridge before. be there in no time at all. The episode is going to be a little longer than the 25-minute mark I was aiming for. That's mainly because I know that when we get to Copenhagen we are actually going to hit some things. What are they called? Those things. Traffic lights. Yes, that's the one. And of course we'll also have to park up, which adds a couple of minutes because I always go for the hardest parking. Right, thank you, Carla. Carla she's done 3 jobs in a row where she earned basically nothing. She earned, I think, one was 22, one was 15, one was 6. She must have just been doing jobs around Hamburg, but she's leveled up, so we'll check her at the end. We'll check her when we've parked. If I check now, it just delays things. We'll see what she leveled up in, because I can't remember what I set her to. But I'm sure she only leveled up last time. Or was that Gertruda, maybe? I think it was Gertruda. Because Gertruda is doing long jobs, and she finally maxed out the long jobs. So she's now working on, I think I've got her working on fragile, or high value. And I think it's the same for Carla. Carla is also working on those. But I won't repay the loan in this episode because I don't want to add too much time to the end of the episode. We'll check Carla and then that'll be it. But B, I'll wait until this episode goes out and see if there's any more ideas about what to do with the money, and if not, next episode we'll get the loans sorted. I may leave the very small ones, the ones that are basically causing no problem at all. Their repayments are so small, the drivers are covering them easily. If Carla's earnings per day cover the entire loan, we're basically sorted. And then Gertruda's money is essentially a bonus that we're getting. Kind of like, yeah, the money from Carla is the salary, the money from Gertruda is the bonus, that sort of thing. So, I'm clean on this side. 20 kilometers, it's about 1 minute now. Come on, little truck. I think that building that's a bit fuzzy in the front of us is the start of Copenhagen. Yes, because we're turning off. We are turning off imminently. Get the cruise control off as well. Because I can see already that this truck is slowing and we're going to have to make a sharp left at the top, so no point in being at full speed. Try not to lose all speed though, if we can. That guy is very, very slow for some reason. Come on. When we get to this last little bit, this is where I start getting a bit antsy. Like, come on, come on, come on, let's get the job done. Finish, finish, finish. Yeah. When we've still got ages to go, I do think, come on, let's get it finished, please. But when we're close, I'm like, come on, time tick down. Damn it. I tried to steer out of the way, but it did not work. Luckily, no crash fine. Oops, I switched the engine off. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put a parking brake on. Let's have a quick check. Yeah, we're still doing okay. No damage to the cargo, which is what we're most interested in. And we're going to turn left here once we finally get the shift on. Come on, guys. And this is why I have to account for extra time in the videos. Because when we actually drop off in the city, or drive through a city at all, we do have to consider the additional time. So we have been here before, this exact location apparently. Where are we dropping off to? We're dropping off to YAEM Logistics. I can see it on Truckee. YAEM Logistics sounds like it should be in the city, but it appears that we're being taken out of the city. Please let me through the lights. Yes. Oh yeah, I can see it up ahead now. It's kind of in and out of the city at the same time. And there's a speed camera here, so be a little careful. I managed to crash without a fine. Let's not now get caught speeding and get a fine. Okay. So close now. So close. It's right up at the end. Yeah, we've definitely been here. That's why the roads are showing as yellow. So there's a roundabout. That's Norfood. That's not us. Now, I didn't look to the left. I relied on the fact that I could not see any headlights. That's not really correct. Shouldn't do that. But I did. So, YAEM Logistics is in here. Now, I really hope you've not got some really awkward place for me to park. Let's see. No, that's actually quite good. I can even blindside that. No, not blindside, the other one. Whoa. That was not a good way of doing it. So, hazards on. Get that window down. My button on the sim dashboard does not work for that. I tested it already. We will not be able to do this in one go, but if we can just get ourselves a little bit straighter. There we go. Now switch over to this mirror. Full lock to straighten up. Kind of oversteered a little. But we are apparently in. Oops, parking brake on, neutral, hazards off, windows up, and engine stop. And deliver. Ah, there we go, lovely. And that just bumped us up a level as well. So, what should we upgrade in? We've been doing high value. We could go for 20% higher reward. Maybe we go for fragile. Yeah, let's go for fragile. Okay. And let's quickly check on Carla before we finish. Carla is doing high value. Yeah, okay. And Gertruda is also doing high value because she maxed out long. She unlocked fragile. Carla unlocked fragile as well and is now doing high value. Gertruda has no ADR, so ADR is probably the next thing after high value. Right, and Gertruda is using the trailer. Thank goodness, because we did have a problem last time. Euros per day, Carla's earning 2867. If we have a quick look at her recent jobs, these ones down here. Magdeburg to Hamburg, 31. Hamburg to Hamburg, 2:59, Hamburg to Hanover 22. Not very good jobs, but there we go. Right, that is gonna be it for today, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.